Hello everyone. I'm sitting here in our beautiful 377 RLBH Northpoint by Jayco fifth wheel, and I'm here in the bonus room or bunkhouse room, whichever you want to call it. As you can see, it has a nice sofa in here. However, our children are extremely tall. And this sofa that's in here isn't, when you fold it out into a bed, it isn't exactly long enough and comfortable enough for them. And they're growing up, but they still come camping with us every now and then. So I have a better idea, I think. I'm going to take the sofa out, totally out of this room, and then I'm going to build a new bed unit similar to a Murphy bed. It's going to have, the front of it's going to fold up, make like a panel here in the front, and then it's going to have a bench so you can actually sit on the front of it, you know, to dress, or because there is actually a desk in here, and there's also a table that goes in here on the floor. So it's going to have a bench along the front of it. You can sit there to dress or to put the table in and be able to sit here and still use that. And then underneath the bench, I'm going to do some drawers. So there's going to actually be some storage under this new unit that I'm going to build. So that's it for now. I'm going to work here at tearing the sofa out, which it should just come out in pieces. A couple pins to remove, unscrewed from the floor, and I'm going to take it out of here. All right, so there you go. Got the sofa out. There's the opening where the bed's going to be. We had taken the, there used to be a bunk in here, a fold down bunk, which is what that brown horizontal strip was for. We didn't need that before, and we had taken it out. I may be able to put that back in after I build this new unit. We have a wire down here in the corner, probably goes up to these two reading lights. So when we build our new unit, we're going to have to make sure that we avoid that. All right, let's start to figure out here what we need to build this new unit. All right, so here we have the beginning of the frame for the base. I'm going to flip the camera around here. All right, so this is the beginning of the base for the bed. You can see the front part here. This is where the bench will be on, and the back part here where the plywood is the back portion of the base for the bed. So I made this out of 2x2s. They're trying to keep it as light as possible. So it's a 2x2 framework. On the outside here, which you'll see, which I'll stain later, that's a 1/4-inch maple veneer plywood on the outside there. The part here where the bed will lay on, you're not going to see it at all once the mattress is on. So that's just BC, 1/2-inch BC plywood. And I might put a coat of polyurethane on there to seal it up. So the next part here is the rest of the base or the flat platform for the bed. Here again, I have a 2x2 pine framework, and then the plywood here, this is actually laying upside down. There again, that's your 1/2-inch BC exterior plywood. So when I get this done, this part will be flipped over, and the back of the frame over there will be against here, and this is where the hinges will be on here. So on this face, that's actually going to show that when the bed is folded up, this will be standing up vertically to make the front of the wall unit. So this is going to get 1/4-inch maple plywood, you know, on here now. So I'll cut a sheet of plywood and glue and nail that on there. And then it'll be ready to have the hinges put on. Here's the rest of the base screwed together. And this is actually big enough to get a queen mattress on it. Now when it's unfolded in the camper, you won't be able to walk around the foot of the bed. You have to crawl over it, but at least it's a full-size queen mattress. So this folds up. Like that. I'm going to make some sort of a latch here at the top that hooks into the top of the slide out to hold this up. And then down here at the bottom you can see where the bench is going to go across here with the drawers under it. Now right now I just have a temporary prop here for when it's laying down. Later on I'm going to make a folding leg that will fold tight against the bottom here, and then when you put it down it'll unfold and go against the floor in the camper. So next step here is to figure out our bench and drawers, and we're going to work on that next. Alright, so here we're a little farther along with the base. You can certainly see now where the bench is going to be. And I've taken off the front part of the bed that folds down. That's sitting over here, just to make it a little easier to work here. So here the bench, I made the portion of it, this is going to be hinged so it actually flips up. Like that. It won't lay back quite that far. But the reason for that flipping up, I had some 16-inch drawer slides, but I wanted the drawers to be a little deeper than 16 inches, but I didn't want them to slide out too far here in the front. So with this configuration, I can still slide the drawer out here, the 16 inches, but you have this extra part here, so you'll actually have access to about 24 inches of the drawer depth. It has some clamps on here because I had to make this whole thing so it comes apart, so I can get it in the camper. So it's the main pieces of it are all screwed together, and I can assemble it here in the shop into segments, into sections, and then take it apart and stain it and finish it. Before I actually go to put it in the camper. Alright, so next step is to build 2 drawers, and we're going to get started on that. Okay, so all the pieces are done now. Stained, polyurethane, sanded. I'm ready to put them in the camper. We just got the camper back from the dealer for inspections, so we're going to work on this. So this is the front part that folds up of the bed. Here you have the other part of the base of the bed. Here's your drawer boxes and the drawer fronts. And here's the 2 ends of the base. This is the bench seat. And then you have the part of the base where the drawers slide in, and the rest of the bench. Give you another shot of all that stuff. Alright, so we're going to get started at assembling it in the camper. Alright, so there's the base assembled and in the camper, in the bonus room slide out. And you kind of see here a little better, I only had 16-inch full extension drawer slides. So when you pull the drawers out, you couldn't get to the whole drawer. So what I did was I made the bench flip up, and now you have full access to the drawer. So next step is to put the rest of the base together, the part that folds up, and we'll install that, get the hinges screwed down, And then I have to make some legs that'll actually sit down here on the floor. There'll be a set of folding legs. Alright, so here's the nearly completed bed, folded up. I still want to make a cushion here for on the bench. But here you can see where the bench flips up. And then you can either get in your drawers like that, or you can pull the drawers out. And with a flip-up bench, you have full access to the drawers. Push that back in, put that down. Here I made a set of legs, and these fold out when the bed folds down. Up here's how you latch it in the upright position. One there, one there. And you just let the bed down. It takes a little bit for the mattress to pop out. And there you go. I may put hydraulic balancers on to make it a little easier to raise and lower the bed. You see here the queen mattress does go the whole way from the cabinets to the back, so you really can't walk around the bottom of the bed. You have a little bit of room over there on that far side where you can stand to make it or do whatever you need to do. You could possibly put the bunk back in. You can see the strip there on the wall where the original bunk bed lay down. You'd almost have to flip it and have your head down here at the bottom, and then put your feet under that bunk if you had another child to sleep in here. But for now, we're not going to put that back in. So that's pretty close to the end for that project. Have to see about those balancers and get that pad made for on the bench. And then I think we're ready to go camping.